Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of the top headlines for the day: an accident in Jackson County leaves one with life-threatening injuries, plus a tragic accident at the Thunder Run at Lake Cumberland, and over 100 volunteers help with a river sweep. We've got the details on those stories, plus lots more today, including sports and weather, coming up live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, yesterday afternoon, one of the Madison County EMS units stationed in Berea responded to a call from Jackson County for mutual aid. The crew at the scene of the accident determined their patient to be in critical condition and called an Air Vac Life Team 118 out of West Liberty for rapid transport to a trauma center. The patient was airlifted to Lexington, where they are still battling life-threatening injuries. No other details on that wreck available at this time. However, we'll keep you up to date as more information comes in. Well, a tragic accident at Thunder Run at Lake Cumberland. The Wayne County coroner has identified the body discovered in Harmon Creek over the weekend. The deceased has been confirmed as 39-year-old Jason Bradley from Indianapolis. According to reports from the Wayne County Rescue Squad, authorities received a distress call shortly before midnight, alerting them to a potential drowning at Harmon Creek. Subsequently, Bradley's body was recovered from about 40 feet of water around 1:15 Saturday morning. The investigation into Bradley's death is ongoing, with the coroner having dispatched the body to Frankfort for a thorough autopsy. As of now, the cause of death remains undisclosed. Some good news: over 100 volunteers participated in the annual Kentucky River Sweep, working to remove all sorts of trash, from bicycles to syringes, from the river. The event aimed to improve the health of the river for the wildlife that depends on it and for people who get their drinking water from the river. People involved in the cleanup told our media partner LEX18 about the importance of the event, like Jennifer Myatt, an environmental specialist with the city of Lexington. Myatt said the river is a source of drinking water, supports wildlife, and is a natural beauty that should be appreciated. She said that cleaning the trash and litter is a great way to kick off the summer and allows people to experience the river up close. Some volunteers, like Jessica Turner, found motivation through friendly competition. Turner said that every time she goes out for practice runs, she tries to clean up as much garbage as possible. She gets her inspiration by making it a competition with a friend who helps clean up Kentucky's waterways. The friendly competition motivates her to pick up more trash, making the river cleaner for everyone involved. Well, a happy ending for a hunting dog named Hot Rod that went missing after it got trapped in a cave on Friday night while out with its owner in the Somerset-Pulaski County area. The owner, who lost sight of Hot Rod, and although the dog was wearing a GPS tracking collar, the signal dropped once it entered the cave. After calling out with no response, the owner went home hoping Hot Rod would return on his own. Since Hot Rod hadn't returned by Sunday, the owner contacted the Somerset-Pulaski County Rescue Squad, who dispatched crews along with the Science Hill Fire Department to Old Salts Road. The rescue operation involved crews anchoring themselves to a tree before entering the cave. The terrain inside was challenging, varying from standing room to tight crawls, with large pools of water reaching depths between ankle and waist deep. Thankfully, after venturing 350 feet deep, the rescue team found Hot Rod safe and healthy. The dog is reportedly very happy to be reunited with its owner. Congratulations there, Hot Rod, for making it out. Well, the oldest city in Kentucky, Harrodsburg, celebrates its 250th birthday with a 4-day festival. The city was founded in 1774 and is considered the first permanent settlement west of the Allegheny Mountains. The festival included live music, food trucks, craft vendors, historical tours, and reenactments. People from all over the state, neighboring states, and even other countries came to celebrate Harrodsburg's milestone birthday. To highlight the city's long history, there were many activities throughout the festival weekend. The city will continue celebrating its 250th anniversary with events throughout the year. Happy birthday, Harrodsburg. Well, according to the Lexington Fayette County Health Department, a skunk that was found in Lexington has tested positive for rabies. Department officials report that the skunk was captured earlier this week at a property on Pleasant Grove Road by the Lexington Fayette Animal Care and Control. Officials would like to remind people to ensure that their pets have up-to-date rabies vaccinations. State law requires that all dogs, cats, and ferrets maintain a current rabies vaccination. Well, at around 6:50 p.m. Friday, Lexington police officers responded to reports of a shooting on North Broadway near Haggard Lane. When they arrived at the scene, police located a male victim inside a vehicle suffering from a gunshot wound. He was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The investigation is ongoing. If anyone has information concerning the incident, you're asked to contact the Lexington Police at 859-258-3600. Well, in southern Kentucky, a shooting in Bell County over the weekend left one person injured. According to the Bell County Sheriff's Department, deputies responded to a home on Blue Ridge Church Road Sunday night after reports of a shooting. Police say a family member took that victim to Middlesboro ARH Hospital while the alleged shooter remained on scene. Their officers spoke with 20-year-old Matthew Shelton and other witnesses. Shelton reported that he told them that he felt threatened by the victim and fired his gun. The victim was airlifted for further treatment and unable to give a statement. After investigating the scene, police arrested Shelton and charged him with first-degree assault. A new Title IX rule has been blocked by a federal judge in 6 states, that's including Kentucky. The rule would have prohibited gender identity and sexual orientation-based discrimination. The rule was set to be put into effect this coming August. Regarding the blocking, Chief Deputy Danny Reeves, at the beginning of his 93-page opinion, said there are 2 sexes, male and female. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman commended the ruling, who has said that the new regulations would undercut equal opportunities for women. She said in a statement, the judge's order makes it clear that the U.S. Department of Education's attempt to redefine sex to include gender identity is unlawful and beyond the agency's regulatory authority. In addition to Kentucky, this ruling also blocks the new regulations in Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, Virginia, and West Virginia. In addition to Kentucky, this ruling blocks the new regulations in all of those states, plus Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Montana. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Boy, it is a hot one out there today. Looks like that heat might be sticking around for a little while. Sam and the Weather Center coming up after this.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in. We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
When the possibility for severe weather is a threat, it pays to have an expert on your side. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration want you to know that your home is their top priority. When the storms have left you with more questions than answers, Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is there to walk you through the process and offer free roof inspections and estimates. From wind and hail, fire and smoke damage, commercial and residential. Trust Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook to learn more.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Well, definitely a hot one out there, and it was a hot weekend as well. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to let us know how long this heat wave is going to last.
Thanks, Gretelyn, and welcome everybody. Our storms, they'll diminish here for the overnight period. And maybe a little patchy fog in parts. Could have an isolated storm developing here again Tuesday, and that should be about it. Just some lingering clouds, I think, on Wednesday, maybe an isolated drip. We're going to be seeing our temperatures warming up through the end of the week with record highs possible starting Thursday and Friday. So be prepared for that. Here's the weather pattern. We have this big trough off to the northwest, big ridge off to the east here. We're right underneath that today and may slide a little farther to the east and kind of push westward a little bit. It kind of flattens like this. So we're looking at record highs underneath this, and it spins everything in a clockwise direction, and we get this big conveyor belt of moisture coming up in between these two. This is called the ring of fire weather pattern. So all the severe storms, the heavier stuff is off to the far west, and we'll have the potential of a couple tropical systems, one in the Gulf likely here in the next 2 days. This one a low end chance and could end up leading to some moisture towards the weekend or so, pushing in here. We'll see. Meanwhile, again, just a general thunderstorm if we do see anything here on our Tuesday. So the storms out here this evening, they start to diminish pretty quickly for the overnight. Maybe a little patchy fog out here, some lingering clouds, and to the day on Tuesday. And that will keep temperatures in check. And then again, a couple isolated showers or storms into the evening hours here on Tuesday. So as we look at low temperatures out the door, we'll be in the low 70s. Again, a little patchy fog possible in spots, and then highs right around 90 degrees. Not record territory here. But again, as we go into Thursday and Friday, we should be able to get a little more sunshine into the weekend. And these temperatures might be a little too low. Might have to bump these up quite a bit. It is going to turn hot here, so just expect that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, outdoor activities. Make sure you take frequent breaks and stay hydrated.
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, as Sam just told us, there is hot, and then there's what we're expecting now in Madison County. Extreme heat is a period of high heat and humidity with temperatures above 90 degrees for at least 2 to 3 days. In extreme heat, your body works extra hard to maintain a normal temperature, which can lead to death. Extreme heat is responsible for the highest number of annual deaths among all weather-related hazards. It not only affects us, however, the heat we are facing over the next few days and what we will see this week can also be hard for our pets to handle. The Madison County Animal Shelter posted these tips earlier today as a reminder for pet owners and what they can do for their pets. First, keep your pets hydrated with plenty of water, preferably kept in the shade. Check your pets and no signs of overheating. Just as we follow with our kids, do not leave your pets in the car and keep their paws away from hot pavement. For those locally in Richmond who may not have access to a cool place to get away from the heat, Madison County government wants to remind you that any public building is an escape from the summer heat, including the public libraries. For more information on tips to stay cool and warning signs to know about overheating, you can visit ready.gov/heat. Now, also in Lexington, earlier today, the emergency management issued a phase 1 heat alert. That alert will be active this coming Saturday night. During the alert, homeless people can go to the Lextran and use the cooling stations free of charge. Water will also be given out to outreach programs. The community centers in Lexington, including locations in Dunbar, Kenwick, and Castlewood, also Tates Creek, are open until the early evening and available as cooling stations as well. Well, earlier today, the Lexington Emergency Management issued, we just covered that. Well, last Friday morning, Gary Jeffries, the Rowan County man charged with killing his girlfriend, Jill Clayton, in 2020, entered a guilty plea to serve 40 years in prison without parole. According to the investigation, Jill's murder occurred around Thanksgiving of 2020. Her body was found in Moorhead in the area near Wolf Hollow Road. The Rowan County coroner confirmed that she died from a gunshot wound. Jeffries has pleaded guilty to the original charges of murder, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Well, the Louisville Metro Police Department is asking for the public's help in identifying the individual seen in these photos. According to police, the man and vehicle shown have allegedly been involved in a string of burglaries committed from May 15th through June the 6th. The burglaries occurred in the St. Andrews Church Road, Arlington Road, and 3rd Street Road areas. Detectives from the 3rd Division would like to speak with this man. If you know his identity or the vehicle, you're asked to please contact local law enforcement. You can always put a tip in at the p3tips.com. You always can remain anonymous if you wish. Well, this morning, 2 people in Lexington were taken to a hospital following a crash involving 3 vehicles. According to police, officers were dispatched around 9:30 to a wreck at the Citation Boulevard and Magnolia Springs intersection. In the investigation that followed, police found that one of the vehicles had turned left from Magnolia Springs onto Citation Boulevard without yielding to oncoming traffic. This resulted in them colliding with a second vehicle and pushing that vehicle into a third. The second vehicle, police say, then flipped onto its hood before coming to a stop. 2 people, one from the second vehicle and another from the third, were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The roadway was temporarily closed as crews cleared the scene. The road has since reopened. Well, a man from Webster County was indicted on a sex abuse charge. It was previously alleged that 69-year-old Keith R. Farrell had groped an underage girl. The Webster County grand jury has now indicted Farrell on 1 count of first-degree sexual abuse involving a minor under the age of 16. The investigation into this case by the Kentucky State Police is still ongoing. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson Roll. He is up next with your sports report.
Hey y'all, it's Josh
and Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
You know, those giant law firms love to brag about how many billions they've won. But what's important to us is winning the support of our Kentucky community and fighting for justice for our clients.
We are grateful you voted us Best Law Firm in the 2024 Smiley Pete Best of Lexington contest. At Hicks & Funson, you're more than a dollar sign and more than just a number.
So if you've been injured and you prefer local instead of large, call 859-777-7000 or visit honestfearless.com.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Today on sports, Dawson Rule has some recognition for some Madison County athletes and lots more. Here's Dawson.
Over the weekend, some local sports announcements and happenings occurred that I want to start out with before looking ahead. Early Saturday morning at EKU's football field, the Kentucky Futures versus Tennessee Futures football game happened between some of the two states' best middle school football players. Now, players had to try out to even make this team, and then the teams had to evaluate some of the best talent to bring on. Some local Madison County players made the squad for Kentucky, including C.J. Franklin from Madison Middle and Peyton Moncrief from Clark Moores. The Tennessee Futures team barely pulled out the win over the home Kentucky boys team 14-12, but two Madison County athletes who are going to be stars in a few years made the team. In some local softball news, some Madison Central players and a coach got some big recognition this weekend. Softball head coach for Central, Randy Hall, was named the 11th Region Coach of the Year this season, an award he also won in 2022. Cassidy Hack, center fielder, was selected on the Kentucky East Seniors All-Star team also. But that wasn't all for player accomplishments and achievements. The Kentucky All-State team was also announced, and Cassidy Gentry from Madison Central made the second team All-State for 3A. Cassidy Hack made 3A honorable mention. These players are voted on by coaches around the state. All player classes are divided up amongst 1A, 2A, and 3A, so getting these high honors at the 3A level shows talent and hard work for these Madison County players. Speaking of Kentucky softball, baseball also ended just recently, with PRP winning the baseball state championship and Henderson County winning on the softball side. That means the 2024 sports season for KHSAA is now over. As we glide into summer, I'll be doing some sports updates for teams playing like the Legends and the Reds, but lots of summer recaps will be taking place. In some UK news tonight, in the College World Series, the second-ranked Kentucky Wildcats, aka the Batcats, will be looking to start out 2-0 and avoid the elimination bracket as they face the third-ranked Texas A&M Aggies. A&M is 50-13 this year and is undefeated against non-SEC foes, and their ace Ryan Prager has an 8-1 record with a 3.10 ERA. First pitch is tonight at 7. That's going to be all for today's sports coverage. This is Dawson Rule with Madison County Sports Report.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news coming here live at 5.
Richmond's very own TV station signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is the Heartland network with classic country and southern gospel music, the Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4, that's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBONTV.com, and click the Over-the-Air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBONTV.com.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Watch the Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV, Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. A preliminary hearing for a Dairy Queen employee accused of attempted murder has been postponed. 20-year-old Rachel Sanchez faces charges for allegedly stabbing a co-worker, 16-year-old Holly Howard, at the restaurant. The victim's mother, Lena Williams, expressed her outrage in court. She says her daughter is recovering physically but still traumatized by the attack. According to reports, Sanchez claims the victim was giving her strange looks and went home to get a knife before returning to stab Howard. Williams says Howard is a kind person who would have helped Sanchez if she'd expressed any of those problems. The manager intervened to stop the attack, and Howard has since recovered from her physical injuries. Sanchez reportedly suffers from mental health issues and claimed she was trying to stop the evil. The hearing has been rescheduled for July the 8th. WBON will continue to follow this story with more information as it becomes available. Well, earlier this week, deputies from the Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested a Manchester man for stealing. Early in the afternoon on June the 9th, police were dispatched to the Walmart near Corbin after receiving a complaint from the store's loss prevention team concerning some missing merchandise. The team told police that the man had taken several stolen items from the store to his vehicle in the parking lot and then re-entered the store. At the scene, officers made contact with the man, later identified as 37-year-old William Seaver, who denied he stole anything from the store. Police then located Seaver's vehicle and found the stolen items on the back seat. In total, $689 worth of merchandise was stolen from the Corrigan Walmart. Additionally, over the course of the investigation, police discovered items that were allegedly taken from the Lowe's, totaling $1,200. Thanks so much for joining us today live at 5. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow.